Every tale hides a spark of inspiration. Welcome to the Inspire Tale. At a city railway station, there lived a beggar. He survived by asking the passengers of trains for alms. One day while begging, he noticed a tall man in a suit. The beggar thought, "This man looks very rich. If I ask him, he will surely give me good money." So he approached the tall man and begged. Looking at the beggar, the tall man said, "You always keep asking, but do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I'm a beggar. I only survive on what others give me. How can I ever give something to anyone?" The tall man said firmly, "If you cannot give, then you have no right to ask either. I'm a businessman and I believe only in give and take. If you have something to give me, only then I will give you something in return." Saying this, the man boarded the train and left. The beggar kept thinking about his words. They pierced his heart deeply. Maybe I don't get much alms because I never give anything in return, he thought. But I am just a beggar. What do I even have to give others? For 2 days he struggled with this question. Then on the 3rd day, while sitting near the station, he noticed some flowers blooming around the plants. An idea struck him. Why don't I give flowers to people in return for their alms? He liked this idea. He plucked some flowers and went to beg again. Now, whenever someone gave him alms, he offered them flowers in return. People accepted them happily and kept them. Soon the beggar realized that more and more people were giving him alms. Every day he collected flowers from the station and distributed them in exchange for money. When he had flowers, he received plenty of alms. But once the flowers ran out, people hardly gave him anything. One day while he was begging, he saw the same tall man in the train, the one who had inspired him. The beggar rushed to him and said, "Today I have flowers to give you in return. If you give me alms, I will give you flowers." The tall man gave him some money, and the beggar handed him flowers. The man smiled and said, "Wonderful! Today you have become a businessman like me." Then he got off the train at his stop. Those words again touched the beggar's heart. He kept thinking about them, and his eyes sparkled with joy. He felt as if he had finally found the key to success. Excitedly, he looked up at the sky and shouted loudly, "I am not a beggar, I am a businessman. I too can become rich." People around thought he had gone mad. From the next day, that beggar was never seen at the station again. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 men in suits were traveling. They noticed each other, shook hands, and one said, "Do you recognize me?" The other replied, "No, I don't think we've met before." The first man smiled and said, "Not once, but we've already met twice before on this very train." The second man was puzzled. "I don't recall." "When was that?" The first man laughed. "I was that beggar to whom you once refused alms, saying I should give before I ask. And the second time you bought flowers from me in return for alms. And today here I am before you again." The second man was shocked and said, "Oh yes, I remember. You are that beggar. But now dressed in a suit, where are you going? What do you do these days?" The first man replied proudly, "Yes, I was that beggar. But today I am a big flower merchant. I am traveling for business to another city. You see, the first time we met, you taught me the rule of nature, that one must give in order to receive. The second time you made me realize that I was no longer a beggar, but a trader. People weren't giving me alms. They were paying for the flowers. They were buying from me and I was selling. I was a businessman. I just didn't see myself that way." He continued, "With the money I earned by exchanging flowers, I bought more flowers and grew my trade. People here love flowers, and this love made me a successful merchant. Today I run a big flower business. Both businessmen smiled, happy for each other, and continued their journey while discussing business. Moral of the story. This story teaches us the eternal law of give and take. Success is not about begging. It's about creating value and exchanging it. If you always think small, you will remain small. But if you change your mindset and think big, you can achieve anything. Success lies in your thoughts, in your self-respect, and in how you see yourself.